The Neighborhoods as Community Assets project is one of the 7 that were funded through the new University of Florida Gainesville Research Awards. The project focuses on strong neighborhoods, which is a tenet of the university's strategic development plan, and also for the City of Gainesville's strategic framework that the city has adopted for their goals. And the project helps establish or strengthen neighborhoods through the creation of a neighborhood narrative. And the neighborhood narrative is something that hasn't been used as a way of working with neighborhoods, and so we're really pilot testing that. We had to choose a neighborhood to pilot test this process, and we chose the Porter's neighborhood. It is under a lot of pressure from encroaching development. So we began a year-long process of working with the neighborhood through a steering committee of neighborhood residents and stakeholders pulled together for this project. We worked with them through meetings and discussed what they valued.
The Porter's community have a very rich history. The Porter's community was plotted in 1884. Dr. Porter owned the land in the Porter's community. During that time, African Americans were incapable of having land of their own. And so what he did, he allowed African Americans to purchase land, to cultivate the land. By becoming part of the steering committee, we were able to talk about our narrative. We were able to create our narrative and talk about who we really are and what the community really truly means to the residents of the Porter's community.
Toward the end of the year process, we had a narrative. It is in terms of 4 themes: home, opportunity, inclusive and engaged, and then resilient. And we related to that graphics that we designed for this project to really communicate it visually. We identified icons that fit with the narrative, and for Porter's, it's the heart, tree, and front porch. And we took all of these graphics and themes and turned them into a children's picture book. After we created all these graphics and really understood the narrative, we presented it to the neighborhood and the public at the annual Porter's Block Party.
We created a comic book, so it was easy for the kids to understand. It's for all ages, it's very colorful, it's a visual aid to let the people know in the community, after a year-long research, this is the package, this is what we came up with, this is our narrative.
The narrative will help inform the city's work with the neighborhood in the coming year to really implement the vision that the neighborhood identified in their narrative.
As we are working to learn about the neighborhood and learn about the residents' preferences for what they would like, we included children as residents in the neighborhood, and we designed this activity using Block City blocks. Laura Diedenbach teaches a course in senior level undergraduate urban regional planning class. She had approximately 40 students who helped her with that, and they did an outstanding job in integrating some planning concepts into the activity. So not only did the kids decorate their homes and businesses and then put them on a grid that resembled the Porter's neighborhood layout, they actually designed a process to where the kids would learn what it takes to get a building approved. This is the first time I've worked on a project in the city of Gainesville. I have learned so much. It's really enriched my perspective. I'm so thankful and looking forward to the future collaborations that we have.
The University of Florida is taking an active part of actually being a part of the community. So it's critical that we have this relationship with them so they can have a better understanding of who we are and what our needs are, what our concerns are, so we can work together to make sure that we all coexist together.